Tonight on Ustream, as the shops run out of stuff and the shelves remain empty, the good news is the eco-warriors who have been jamming up the roads of London have turned it in. Why? Because the shops have run out of super glue, that's why. Also, we'll be talking about why that horrible little mayor of London has banned the firework display on New Year's Eve. I bet we're the only country that's done it. Shame on him. But never mind. Talking of rockets, Captain Kirk has been blasted up. He has gone 60 miles high in a giant cock. Right, the main thing I want to speak about now is Netflix. We've all been watching Netflix and we've all seen how streaming channels are growing. It's going to be the way that we watch television. I've noticed now that Sky Television have said, look, you can buy one of our Sky TVs. They're now making a TV called Sky Glass, and you get that and you put it on and it's got Sky on it. Well, if it's a smart TV, if you've got a smart TV, can't you get it on that as well? I wonder if they've thought that one through. Anyway, Netflix have got two great things out that I've been watching. I want to speak to it about you now. This is be seen on YouTube as well, another great channel. It's all about deciding what you want to watch. You flick through, bang. It's like Ustream. Once you've seen me, you can flick through, see Freddie Starr, Norman Wisdom, Tommy Cooper, you know, anybody. See some films, see Popeye. You flick and you choose when you want to watch it and when you know, whenever. Choose what you want, when you want. That's the whole idea about streaming. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. Now, there's a big stink being kicked up by a comedian called Dave Chappelle. Now, I'd never seen him before, so I flicked onto Netflix and had a little look. And what do I think? I want to do a review of his show. His show is called Closer. And I think it's called Closer because it's the last one he's doing. Netflix have paid for him to do a few 1 hour, what I would call a DVD. We have one on here, which, as you know, you can either buy on our shop, which you don't have to log on for. Just go to Ustream, go to the shop, you can buy it, or you can download it. This is the way. Or not have it at all. You can join Ustream. Ustream members get to see all these things for nothing. But you don't have to. You don't have to press that button. Because let me tell you about Dave Chappelle. He's caused a bit of a stink now because he's upset the transgender people. He's upset some of the transgender people. And I saw some of his jokes and some of his stuff that he was doing. First of all, he's an attractive, young, hip type of black man, baldy head, grey leather suit on with trainers, and he looked pretty cool. And as I say, I don't think he's the funniest man I've ever seen, but what I will give you is he has picked what he wants to do and he delivers it well. Don't you worry about that. And he says it by sharing with the audience his thoughts of, oh shit, this is going to get me in trouble. But he says it anyway. He knows he's going to get in trouble for some of the people. Now, I was at a do last night and sitting next to me was Nigel Farage. So I went to speak to him. I said, does it ever bother you if people don't like you? He said, no. I said, don't you want to go out your way to try and make the people who don't like you? He said, no. And then he said a rude word about them. So that's the way. And this is the way Dave Chappelle goes on. Now, if he's talking about his fear, not his fear, his look at life, and he believes that the transgender situation and all the problems that it causes if you support it or don't support it, me, it's like asking me if I support trees. They're there. They're lovely. It's fine. Transgender people, good luck to you. But let's have a sense of humour, eh? I don't think he's trying to incite violence, as some people have said. No, if you don't like it, turn it off. It's funny. If we all want to be the same, let's all be the same and have a laugh. Let's have some equality. Let's all have a bit of, well, let's start to laugh at ourselves a little more. I think what he did was quite funny and quite brave. And it's good to see that the chief executive of Netflix has stood up for this guy. And they said some of the Netflix transgender people are going to walk out, they're going to leave. Well, you have that option. I wouldn't walk out of a good job just because of that. Look at what this guy is doing. It's just jokes. He talks about a transgender lady that sat in the front row and watched him and watched him and watched him and watched him, watched all his act. And she was a big fan, and she wanted to be a comedian. And she got up on stage. He got her up to do a support, and she died on her ass. She was shocking, apparently. But they became friends. And sadly, one day, Daphne Dorman, her name was, took her life. And Dave talks about this with some warmth. I think, you know, don't slam the door on this guy. It's groundbreaking comedy about us all of us, great mixture of stuff. So give it a check out. Now, the other thing, of course, and you can go and see him live. He's at Hammersmith Odeon, I think, for about 5 nights. So he's not doing too bad there, packing that out. Yes. Now, the Squid Game. Have you seen that yet? No, I thought, I'm going to hate this. It's going to be all awful. And when I switched it on, board, I thought it was a bit like one of them Chinese kung fu movies, you know, slightly out of sync, it's funny. But I have to have subtitles on anyway, so it doesn't bother me. And I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I watched it all in 2 days. My wife did a crossword puzzle, not a crossword, what they call a jigsaw puzzle, right, at the same time as I was watching these. That's how quick I watched it. And I couldn't wait for the actors because they're all Korean. I wanted them to say, "Squirrel." Not one of them did. There we are. Oh, by the way, a lot of people have been writing in saying we can't get any T-shirts for fat buggers. Well, here we are. That's a 3XL. That will fit on some blonde bird from Essex. Don't you worry about that. Okay, then. So, don't forget, you've got a month free to sign up for Ustream, where you can see at the end of this month, on the 20th of October, the answer to Ashley Banjo's Black and White Britain programme that I stormed out of. There's another programme made by me and my black friend Miles Crawford, just to let you know what really happened in that interview. And you can see that on Ustream by signing up now, ustream.com, and you'll get a month free. Okay, all the best. Right, cheerio, people from YouTube.
Over the years we've known each other, right? You've never been known to be short of a word or two. You know, you speak your mind and that's it.
Sometimes my mouth works, 10 minutes before my brain,
yeah,
or my mind works.
I know, and I've heard so many things and so many people say derogatory things about you. You know,
well,
a minute your name's mentioned, racist. So let's take it back, right? Let's take it back. The racism that people see about you comes from that character. Do you remember your character, Chalky, back in the day? Back in the 70s.
I know you do it. So Chalky outlived his use. Sure. I still speak about it in retrospect. I don't do jokes with Chalky in it, but people still shout out and say, "Where's Chalky and where's that?" And I must admit, I get slightly annoyed with them. Where's Chalky? Because I can't help thinking there's the Johnny Spate effect, that I wrote Chalky to be loved, not to be ridiculed.
Yeah.
And that came back to backfire on me because people didn't fucking get it.